My name's Neville Kirk-Smith. I'm the National Director of Aid to the Church in Need, and I'm really sorry not to be with you today to stand up for faith and freedom with the schools of the Diocese of Salford. To Bishop John, to Father Frankie, and to Caroline, to Kitty, to you all, a big thank you for what you're doing. Can I just say, from my travels around the world, what it means to stand up for faith and freedom. I was recently in the Middle East and met some people who had fled from the terror of Iraq, fled from the terror of Syria. Perhaps the easiest way is to talk about some phone calls. There was one chap I met called Franco. He took a phone call in Baghdad. Imagine this. It's hard to imagine. The question at the other end was, "Are you a Christian?" He rather hesitatingly said, "Yes." "You're in the police?" He said, "Yes." The voice then said, "You leave or you die." And he left with his family the next day. Another phone call. Your husband goes off to work as normal. He's a taxi driver. His mobile rings. You see it's your husband's phone. You pick it up, so you greet him. "Hello, hi, how are you?" And then a voice at the other end says, "We have your husband, your Christian husband. You pay or he dies." Well, this woman could not pay enough. Her husband was killed and she fled with her 4 children, and I met her in a basic concrete room in Beirut. Another more friendly phone call. You will recall, and you'll have learned today about what happened, if you didn't know already, in Mosul in 2014. June 2014, a town of 45 churches where there had been 60,000 Christians was attacked by Daesh, by IS. Those churches have been turned into prisons, they've been turned into mosques, they've been desecrated or burned to the ground. Anyway, this poor man, Samir, who made it to northern Iraq, he saw his mobile go when he's one of these 120,000 refugees there in northern Iraq who made to the church in need of helping. And he could see it was his neighbour from Mosul. So he picked up the phone and his neighbour said, "Do you remember me, Samir?" And he said, "Oh yes, yes I do." He said, "Well," he said, "I'd just like to tell you, I've broken into your house, I found where your money is, and I've given half to Daesh, to IS, and I've taken half myself. Allahu Akbar." And the phone went dead. It's almost impossible for us to imagine how vital it is to stand up for faith and freedom. An archbishop from Aleppo said to me, the Armenian archbishop whom I met, said, "We know as Catholics you will help us. That is part of being Catholic. We need you to stand by us, to stand with us." Pope Francis has said there are more martyrs today than at any other stage in the Church's history. He's called on us for acts of mercy. I'd like to thank you for what you're doing, standing up for faith and freedom. Please inform others, please engage, please become ambassadors for Christ. And please think about our brothers and sisters, our Christian family, suffering in the Middle East and other parts of the world. A phrase you may have heard today and may hear again comes from the founder of Aid to the Church in Need, Father Verenfried, whom I knew well. He once said quite simply, they are being tested in faith. We are being tested in love. God bless you in all that you're doing to help our brothers and sisters in Christ today as you stand up for faith and freedom.